Hello everyone, this is that data analysis crash course that you don't want to miss. In this course, I'm going to break down everything you really need to know about data analysis. So let's dive. So data analysis has a process, and the first process is you have to define the objective, what you want to achieve, right? Then you find data is either a primary or a secondary data. Then you have to redefine the objective to ensure that the data you have found aligns with your objective. When I say objective, I'm going to talk more about this. Then you have to clean your data. It's very important that you clean your data. Then you have to carry out the appropriate data analysis that will help you to answer this objective, right? And then you need visualization to really understand the data. Then you need to interpret your data. So we are going to address all these processes that are involved in data analysis. Now, the first step is defining the objective. Okay, so in defining the objective, one of the most important questions you should ask yourself is, what specific challenges do I hope to address? This is a question that you can stand with. It could be in a marketing firm or a business firm. You discover that their sales in August is better than what they have in December. Yes, and then from their data, the sales data, they can actually try to reframe the objective. Let's know why we are experiencing downtime when it comes to sales in December. So this is the first thing that will drive them, first of all, to achieve uh, a maximum or profitable uh, process when it has to do with data analysis. Now, second thing is you have to find data. Okay, is either a primary data or secondary data. Now, when we talk about primary data, the data has to be structured. Okay, that is whether it's primary or secondary data. Now, primary data has to do with the one you yourself generated, right? Your sales book, your blood pressure, whatever it is generated by you. You are the primary source, right? Now, secondary data is already generated data that is available in a database where you can just go and download, or you get it from somebody or somewhere. So these are the two major types of data. So when you have to do with data, we have structured data. It's arranged in CSV, that is or is in tables, like then we have unstructured data, which are images, audio, videos. These are just data, right? Then we have data preparation skills. Now, when it has to do with this data sourcing of data, uh, you have to understand data preparation skills. This has to do with sourcing for the right data to the right channels. Okay. Then time series data. We have time series data. This data has to do with stock prices, weather data, IoT sensor reading. This is another type of data that is readily available. Then we have big data. This has to do with massive data sets that are too complex for traditional data analysis methods. Okay, so when it has to do with data analysis, the second step, you have to take note of all these aspects, right? So let's move over to the third step. You have to redefine your objective. Now, understand what you want to do with the data collected. It involves the objective, asking the right questions. You need answer to those questions, but your answer lies in the data. So that is why you have to redefine your objectives. You have to understand if this data that you have collected can actually help you to answer those questions. Okay, now let's go to the fourth one, which has to do with cleaning of data. Now, data preparation skills, you ensure that the formats are consistent. This is very important because a rough data we affect the whole work. So you have to ensure that your data is very, very clean. When I mean very clean, I mean very clean. So if you are very good at typing, discover that if after typing, if you don't format your work very well, you discover that it's become difficult for the reader to read. As you can see on your screen, you discover here on my screen that I formatted this slide. You know, you see different colors, which is uh, contrast, just to aid reading, right? Then we have the fifth process. You have to carry out the appropriate data analysis after you have sourced for your data. Now, when it has to do with carrying out the appropriate data analysis, there are things that are involved. The first of all is the tool skills and the right tools, right? What before you dive into this, you have to understand what specific needs, what are my specific needs, the scope of your project, and current ability to make selection. What you when you discover these two skills, you have to understand we have different tools, right, for data analysis. You can use HTML. Yes, if you could write the program where HTML, CSS, and Java, where you are able to create a dashboard by uploading your data, right? If you can program using programming language or Python or R or SQL or data visualization to Power BI. So these are various tools, and not all tools are peculiar. They have their peculiarity, they have their place when it comes to data analysis. So in order for you to define the right tools that you need, you must know that you must have the two skills, because you may not know how to use all these tools, but the standard ones, the I think for starters, Excel and Python is very good, can do a lot. And then you can use Microsoft Colab, you can use a Jupyter Notebook. That is a good starter. Then for business, when it has to do with business, you need Power BI, right? Then data visualization too, we have tools that are specifically good at that. But starting very good, you can use Python and Excel to do a lot, like a lot, when it has to do with analysis. Then for big data, that one is a quite another field that requires extensive training. So for the appropriate analysis, you have to know the two skills, the type of tool you can use, and then the right tools for the job. So the specific needs and then the scope of your project, right? If you are basically doing some business stuff, Excel could do, and maybe Power BI, or you could even use Python. It all depends on your specific needs and uh, the scope of your projects. Okay, so the sixth one is visualization, correct chart. It's important that you understand that charts are very important, right? When it has to do with continuous variable, like um, uh, numbers, there's a numerical variable, numerical data. Find out that histogram is very good, right, to present your data. So storytelling, charts, using the correct chart to capture the right message. We have bar chart, we have row chart, we have line chart, we have scatter chart, we have donut charts, we have area chart, we have stack chart, and we have pie chart. So these are is another aspect in data analysis. Now let's go to the seventh, which is interpretation to get the right insights, right? You draw meaningful conclusions from your results, right? When it comes to data analysis, we excel when you are able to draw out meaningful conclusions from your results. Okay, so uh, as we said, define the objective. You find either the primary or secondary data that aligns with your objective, right? And then you redefine the objective to ensure that it properly aligns with the data you have, that the data you have collected can actually give you answer to this objective. Then you clean your data, you format it very well. When we talk of formatting, we are trying to say you make it uh, clean. If a row is supposed to be numbers, a continuous variable, ensure that it's just numbers that are in that row. Then you carry out the appropriate data analysis. Then you use the correct visualization tool to to uh, for people to understand what you are trying to do, right? Okay, then interpretation to get insight. So how to implement the AI into data analysis, the benefit and challenges of incorporating AI in data analysis and AI tools for data analysis. Allen said something, Allen Turner said a computer would deserve to be called intelligent if it could deceive a human into believing that it was a human, if you understand. So the current AI technologies we have, the generative AI technologies we have, are capable of performing extensive data analysis. They are capable of performing some advanced data analysis if you know how to do them. And that is exactly what we are going to cover in our data analysis 4 weeks program. So where you use AI as your personal assistant, and we treat about the AI tools, then we talk about Colab, talk about how to use Excel, talk about how to use Python for data analysis. Then, mind you, this is a very unique course in the sense that our focus is basically on how to use AI for advanced data analysis. So that is, you don't really have to spend many uh, months understanding plenty tools in order for you to be an efficient data analysis. No, all you need to do is just to understand the basis of data analysis. Now, when you have understood the basis of data analysis, you can leverage the power of these advanced technologies to perform advanced data analysis, right? And in order for you to stand out among other persons that are offering different data analysis course, we also offer you a Microsoft certified uh, program, right? A 9 hours course. You just need to take the course. It's free of charge, and after taking the course you will be given a certificate from Microsoft to certify you as a data analyst. So you are going out with a very standard certification, and at the same time you are going to learn how to leverage one of the most powerful technology of our time. So that is to say that you are definitely, after the program, definitely you're going to be an advanced data analyst. So you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain by taking this course, to know how to use AI for data analysis, and you get certification from Microsoft. I hope you find this course very useful.